Hey there, welcome back to Know Your English Without Rules. Learners, long time no see. I didn't upload any video on English language for such a long time. First of all, I beg your pardon for that. But now I'm back here to teach you some really good English language without those rules, grammatical rules of course. Today I'm going to teach you the use of prepositions. For quite some time, many of my students were requesting me to upload videos on prepositions, on the use of prepositions, basic. And actually, the uses of prepositions in English is very vast. Prepositions, in my point of view, one of the biggest topics of the English language, and it haunts the learners of the language, and particularly when they are practicing for their competitive exams. Competitive exams are typically based on the correction of prepositions, the use of prepositions. Today I'm starting the three basic points, the three basic preposition words. But first of all, you must know what the prepositions are. You know, the certain words in English, in, on, at, for, from, like that, with, of, to. These small tiny words in English, they matter a lot, and they are called prepositions, or sometimes either they are called adverb particles. But what they are called is not a matter of concern for you. The thing that you must concern is you must know the use of these words, the correct use of these words. What's the difference among them, because sometimes they look alike. Like, should it be in time or on time? Should it be on Monday evening or at Monday evening? Should it be at night or in night? Or what is the correct word? Out of these so many prepositional words, today in this one single video, I'm going to teach you the use of in, on, and at, the three basic prepositions. And in, on, and at, these three words are used in two ways in English language. One for time and the other one for place. Like sometimes you say, I'll be there in time. Or sometimes you say, I'll be in Delhi for 2 months. So you use the same word in for time and for place. In this video, I'm teaching you, I'm discussing with you the use of in, on, and at for time only, not for place. In the next video, we will discuss the use of in, on, and at for place. Now let's start learning the use of in, on, and at for time. How you should use the three words in, on, and at for time. First of all, let's learn some prepositions regarding time. There are three: in, on, and at. So you have to learn the use of these three tiny words first: in, on, and at. See how you have to use them. First of all, at, then in, and then on. See the examples. You have to practice the examples by speaking first. It is just an introduction. How you are going to use the word at. So speak after me. Say aloud and try to speak aloud. At 4 o'clock. At Christmas. And speak after me means you have to speak after me loudly. Repeat once again. At 4 o'clock. At Christmas. At Diwali. At the weekend. At the moment. At the moment means this time. At the moment. At present. At dawn. Dawn is the time when the sun rises in the morning. That is called dawn. At dawn. At noon. At night. At midnight. Now practice some sentences with in. Speak after me. In April. In June. And likewise, you can even say in July, in December. I mean all the 12 months of the year. Next, speak after me. In winter. And you can also say in the winter when you are talking about some particular winter of the year, of some particular year, the winter of 2007. So you say in the winter. Well, if you don't mention the year, the winter of 2007. But if you don't say 2007, then in winter. It means in general, in every winter. So you say in winter. And in spring. And say loudly, in autumn. The N is silent in autumn. In autumn, when the trees fall their leaves, that is autumn season. Next, in 2001, in 2008, in the 18th century, and in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. Now see here the contrast. For noon and night, you say at noon, at night, and at midnight also, at midnight. But for morning, afternoon, evening, you say in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. Next is in an hour. And in an hour means within an hour. So in an hour, in a minute, in a week, in few days, in a month, or you can even say in 2 months, in 5 months, in a few months, of course, and in a year, and you can say in 2 years, in 3 years, like that. Now let's do some practice with on. Say loudly, on Friday means on some particular day. So see, you say on that day, on Friday, on New Year's Day, on June 4th. When you mention a particular date, you say on June 4th, on 17th of March, like that. On Tuesday evening. Say, on a cold day, on a hot day, on a windy day. Well, that's the first introduction of these three tiny prepositions at, in, and on. Students, if you want to do some more practice, you can come back to this practice, or you can even pause the video here and practice all the three prepositions and then further go on. So we move on further for some more practice and see. You have seen the use of at, on, and in, but you must be careful where you don't have to use the three words at, in, and on. See where you cannot use or where you should not use the three words at, in, or on. Don't use them with the following words. The first one is this, that, these, those, next, every, all, some, each, one, and any. Whenever the next word is starting with one of these, either one of these, you cannot use at, in, or on. Mind it, for time. Whenever these words are used for time, because this is the practice for time, because at, in, and on are used for time and for place both. So whenever these words, this, that, these, those, next, every, all, some, each, one, and any, they begin a time, never use at, in, on before these words. Never. Next is, and of course the example first. You can visit me any Sunday, but cannot say on any Sunday or in any Sunday or at any Sunday would be wrong. Just any Sunday. The next one is, don't use at, in, on before these words. More words. Today, tomorrow, tonight, and yesterday. Of course, before these also, you cannot use these three words. See the example. I saw him yesterday afternoon. And don't say in the yesterday afternoon or on yesterday or at yesterday afternoon would be incorrect. Just say I saw him yesterday afternoon. No in, on, at before yesterday. Next is to show duration. Whenever you want to say some duration of time, say it like this. From dash to dash. How? See the example. He goes to school from Monday to Friday. You come to class from Monday to Saturday, like that. Another one is, she works from 9 to 5 every day. So whenever you have to tell the duration of time, you can use it like from dash to dash. Mind it. And if you want to do some more careful practice of these, pause the video here first and repeat these words loudly and then further move on. So let's move on further with the exercise. Here is a practice, and I already told you, if you want to do some more practice, or even during the exercise you have some doubts, you can go back in the video, practice them once again, the first introduction and the verse where you don't have to use the 3 words, and then come back to the exercise. But by the way, let's continue with the exercise. What you have to do here, you have to fill up the blanks here with at, in, or on, and you have to give the answers too. See how. The first one is, what time do you get up? That's the morning. Now give the answer. What time do you get up? That's the morning. What you want to fill up in the gap here, in the blank here. Of course, it would be in. What time do you get up in the morning? And your answer could be, I get up in the morning at 7, because I get up in the morning at 7. Whenever you give the o'clock time, the clock time, 7, 8, 9, 9:30, 7:30, 6 o'clock, 5:30, you have to use the word at 5 o'clock, at 5:30, at 7:30. So you can say, I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Now let's check out number 2. What do you like doing? There's the weekend. Give the answer. Try that. What do you like doing? There's the weekend. Well, it is at the weekend. You say at the weekend. Another answer, I like to play this game or that game. I like to spend my time with my family. I like to hang out with my friends. I like to go movies at the weekend. Next one. Where do you usually go? Dash Easter. Now students, Easter is a Christian festival. And mind, like Christmas, like Diwali, Easter is a festival of more than 1 day. So use your mind, use the correct preposition here. Where do you usually go? That's the Easter. Then after that I will tell you the reason behind that. Why? Because it is at the Easter. And mind, whenever the festival is a 1 day only, like the Raksha Bandhan, like Holi, it's a 1 day festival. So you say on Holi, on Raksha Bandhan. But whenever the festival is for more than a day, it goes over 2 or 3 days, like that festival Diwali, it goes on for 5 days. It's a 5 days festival. So you say at Diwali, at Easter, at Christmas. But for Holi, you would say at Holi, on Holi. On the next one, 4th one. What do you usually do? That's Friday evenings. And yeah, of course, for the 3rd one, you didn't give the answer. The model answer I would like to suggest to you. For the 3rd one, where do you usually go at Easter? You can say at Easter, I usually go to my friends and relatives. At Easter, I don't go anywhere. I don't celebrate Easter. Or if you celebrate that, then if you say at Easter, I go meeting my office colleagues. I hang out with my friends. I go to church at Easter. I like that. Number 4. What do you usually do? That's Friday evenings. Give the answer. Of course, on Friday evenings. On a particular day, use the word on Friday evenings. So the question is, what do you usually do on Friday evenings? And the answer could be, on Friday evenings, I usually eat out. On Friday evenings, I usually go to the new movie that is released. On Friday evenings, I go to temple, I go to church, I go to this place, I go to that place, like that. Number 5. What do you wear? That's a cold winter day. What do you wear? That's a cold winter day. Give the answer. Of course, again on. What do you wear on a cold winter day? On a cold winter day, I wear jacket, or I wear sweater, I wear overcoat, or like that. Next one. What are you doing? That's the moment. It is, of course, at the moment, at present means this time, now. So what are you doing at the moment? I'm practicing my English at the moment. I'm learning preposition at the moment. I'm talking to you at the moment. I'm sleeping. I'm eating my lunch, my breakfast, my dinner at the moment. I'm sleeping. I'm lying on my bed at the moment. Something like that. Next one. What time do you go to bed? That's night. Of course, at night. What time do you go to bed at night? You can say I go to bed at night at 11, at 10:30, at 12 o'clock or sometimes. Actually, go to bed means go to sleep. So what time do you go to bed means what time do you sleep at night. So it is the time that you want to give. Next one. Did you go on holiday? That's July. It's about past. Did you go on holiday? That's July. Give the answer. Of course, again, it's in July. Did you go on holiday in July? Yeah, I went on holiday in July. Now, unfortunately, I didn't go on holiday in July. Next one. Do you eat lunch? That's noon. Give the answer. Well, it's at noon because before noon and at night and midnight you use the word at noon, at night, at midnight. So it is at noon. But if it is afternoon, you gotta use in the afternoon. Next one. Say, what do you usually do? Dash Christmas Day. Dash Christmas Day. Mind this word, Christmas Day, and use the correct preposition here. Well, no, not at. It would be on Christmas Day, because here in this sentence you're talking about this particular one day only, on Christmas Day. If it is only Christmas, means you're talking about the general Christmas time, those 2, 3, 4, 5 days when the Christmas is in the air, when the Christmas is celebrated. So you say at Christmas. When you are talking about only that one particular day, you cannot use at. You're gonna say on that particular day. Well, let's continue with the next exercise. That is exercise number 2 for you here, students. You're gonna use in, at, or on in the blanks, or if no preposition is required, just leave it blank. You don't have to use a preposition with before certain words. You know that already. And if you want to do some more practice, go back in the video, practice the words where you don't have to use a preposition and do the exercise. Otherwise, let's carry on. First sentence for you. I'll never forget that week. Now, give the answer. What should it be here? By all means, it should be no preposition here, because before that, before time, if you're using this, that, these, those before time, you cannot use a preposition. So no preposition. I'll never forget that week only. You cannot say in that week, on that week, or at that week. Would be incorrect. Number 2. Candy's birthday was that Sunday. Give the answer. Of course, on Sunday, on a particular day, on Sunday. Next, my parents got married dash 1994. Give the answer. Well, before year, say in 1994. Of course. Next one. We usually go skiing. Ski on the snow. So we go skiing, we go swimming, we go dancing, we go making fun. We usually go skiing dash January. Give the answer. Of course, it's a month, in a month, so in January. Next, number 5. I'll be back home this evening. Dash this evening. What's the answer? Well, before this, no preposition. No preposition. I'll be back home this evening. Next, do you know dash what time it starts? Well, some people like to say at what time it starts, but mind it, no preposition before what. Just say what time it starts. Before WH words, no prepositions should be used. Just say what time it starts. Mind it, before WH words, no preposition you have to use. Do you know what time it starts? No preposition. Next, I swim dash every evening. I swim dash every evening. What's the answer? Well, again, before every, before this, that, each, etc. No preposition. Again, so I swim every Friday evening. No preposition again. Let's continue with this kind of practice. Next, number 8. Can we talk about this dash supper? Supper, learners, supper means the food that you eat either after dinner or sometimes before dinner. A full meal before dinner or a full meal after dinner means at night, of course, it is supper. Or sometimes it is also called a late night food, supper. So can we talk about this dash supper? Give the answer. Well, it would be at supper. Mind, at supper, at lunch, at dinner, always. At supper, at lunch, at dinner, at breakfast. Means at the time of breakfast, at the time of supper, like that. Number 9. Let's go sailing das weekend. Das one weekend. Give the answer. Well, of course, before each, every, one or two, now preposition is required. So let's go sailing one weekend. You cannot say in one or on one or at one weekend would be incorrect. Just say one weekend. Next, is Luke free dash Monday afternoon? Give the answer. Monday afternoon, that particular day. Of course, on Monday afternoon, you're right there. Next one, we are seeing the family. Here the word seen means meeting dash Christmas. Now mind the word, it's not Christmas day, just Christmas, the time of Christmas. Of course, at Christmas means during the festival of Christmas. So at Christmas, we are seeing the family at Christmas. Next one, can you learn a language dash 6 weeks? Can you learn a language dash 6 weeks? Give the answer. Would be easy, of course, in 6 weeks, of time, during that time. See there. Dash what day are we going to Pat's? Are we going to Pat's means at Pat's home. So dash what day are we going to Pat's? Well, just I told you, no preposition before the developed words. So never say on what day, at what day, in what day. Now just say what day are we going to Pat's? Next one. I always get hay fever dash June. Hay fever is a kind of fever. I always get hay fever dash June. Give the answer. Right there. It's in June. Next one. I hate to work dash the evening. I hate to work dash the evening. Right there, in the evening. You know the in the evening, in the morning, in the afternoon. So in the evening. 16. What are you doing? That's your birthday. Try the answer. It is a particular day. Yeah, of course, on your birthday, on that particular day. So what are you doing on your birthday? Very good. Now, with some more things that you must be learning, before further moving on, I would like you to do some speaking practice for your better use of preposition. So there are 3 words, as you know, in, on, and at. And now we will do some good practice one by one. So just speak after me using prepositions in these sentences. And mind the use, how they are being used here. Speak after me. We bought the flat in 2007. Before year. Once again, we bought the flat in 2007. Good. In 1988. In September. In winter. In the 21st century. In the Diwali holiday. In the Easter holiday. In the summer term, in the morning. Well, learner, you must be surprised. I mean, why I'm asking you to do the speaking practice instead of teaching you the simple things. You know what my motive is? My motive is to teach you English language without grammatical rules. So if you do the practice while you're speaking, you train your throat, you train your mind, you train your eyes. You train all the 3 things simultaneously at the same time. You're training your eyes, your throat, your mind. So that the next time when you're going to use them, all the 3 organs will help you to use the correct word. Instead of just cramming them, doing some silly things with the grammar tricks, forget them, practice them, and be an expert. Let's do some practice with on now. Say, the race is on Sunday. Speak loudly. The race is on Sunday. Good. On Wednesday. On 15th April. On that day. On Diwali, Tuesday. See, when you're talking about the whole Diwali festival, you say at Diwali. But if you're talking about on that particular Diwali day only, you say on Diwali. Or if you want to name the day also of Diwali, on Diwali Tuesday, on Diwali Monday, on Diwali Wednesday, whatever the Diwali falls on, whatever the day. So on Diwali Tuesday. Next one. On Easter Monday. On Christmas Day. On Holy Day. You know, Holi is a festival of the Hindus. We Hindus celebrate the festival in the month of March generally with colors. It's a beautiful festival. It's a festival of colors. All over the world, people appreciate this festival. They come to India to celebrate this festival. It's a good festival, by the way. Next. On Friday morning. On Tuesday evening. Now let's do some practice with at also. The film starts at 7:30. At 7:30. Good. Speak out for me loudly, please. At 3 o'clock. At lunch. You can use the word time with lunch. You can say at lunchtime. At that time. At the moment. At Easter. Now say the difference. Again, I would like to explain you the difference. If you're talking about the festival time of Easter, Diwali or Christmas, say at Easter, at Christmas, as Diwali. But that particular day is on. So at Easter, at Christmas, at Diwali, at the weekend. And in the US, the United States of America, they say on the weekend instead of at the weekend. In England, people say in England, it means in the Great Britain, people say at the weekend, but in America, they say on the weekend. It is a slight difference of their local languages. It doesn't matter to you whether you say on the weekend. It is also correct because in America, the people are speaking on the weekend. But if you say at the weekend, it's also correct because people who speak this language, English as their language, if they say at the weekend, that is correct. If they say on the weekend, that is correct. So both are correct there. Now, see, with night, two prepositions are used, in night and at night. Try to find out with this practice when you have to say in night and when you have to say at night. Because before this, I taught you only at night, at midnight. But now you will learn when you can say in night. See, I woke up in the night and not at night. I woke up in the night. Why it said that? Because you were sleeping already. It's not your usual activity. It doesn't happen every night. It doesn't happen, mind what I say, it doesn't happen every night. You were sleeping at some particular time, at some time of the night, so it happened in the night. If you say something that happens every night, then you say at night. The next one, it happens at night. The usual activity, something that usually happens at the night time, at some fixed time. So you say it happens at night in the first form verb, not on any night, or not, sometimes by chance, but it is a usual activity. So it happens at night. But the next one is, I make my lessons at night. Again, a usual activity. You do the same thing at every night, not at night or every night. I made a mistake by saying at every because no one can use at before every. It will be incorrect. So every night. The bomb exploded in the night, means the night was going on and the bomb exploded. It wasn't a pre-planned activity. It doesn't happen every night. It happened one particular night by chance. The bomb exploded. Sometimes when the night was going on, sometimes at night the bomb exploded. So it is the bomb exploded in the night. She's coming on Raksha Bandhan night on one particular time. On one particular day, on Friday, on Monday, on Raksha Bandhan, and at night. So on Raksha Bandhan night. Next one is, all right, then see you at night. Means when the night starts. When the night time starts, see you there. When the night is already going on and something happens in the middle of the night, you say in the night. When the thing happens at the starting of night, mind it, at the starting of night, you say at night. if it happens by chance, sometimes during the night time you say in the night. That is the basic difference. By chance something during the night, in the night, and usually at the beginning of the night it is at night. Now practice saying these sentences in time and on time. You must be wondering sometimes what is the difference when you have to say in time or when you have to say on time, because both of them are correct. See the sentences first. We'll have to hurry if we want to be in time for the show. In time for the show. But the sentence in front, opposite to that, the plane took off on time. Now if you compare, on time means at that exact time. If the plane was to take off at 7:31, the plane took off at 7:31. So it is on time, at the dot time, at the fixed time, on time. But if you want to say within the time period, I mean something has to start at 7 o'clock, but if you reach there before 7 o'clock, of course not after 7 o'clock, before 7 o'clock, it is in time. If you reach there exactly at 7 o'clock, it is on time. So exactly at 7 o'clock, on time, I mean exactly on time, it is on time. Within the time, it is in time. The second one, see that? We got to the airport in time to have a coffee before checking in. Means before going inside, we got there in time. There was some time left, so we had a coffee. I hope the meeting starts on time, means on the fixed time. Third one is, I was about to close the door when just in time I remembered the tea. Means not on that fixed time, before the time, so in time. But Deepak is never on time. I mean, he's always late. He never comes. Means if the fixed time is 9 o'clock, he never comes on time. He's always late. Mean he comes after 9 o'clock. So it is like that. Now further, see some more sentences, more practice with in. I did the crossword in 5 minutes within the time period. In 5 minutes. Now next one is, could you walk 30 miles in a day? Practice these sentences loudly while speaking. Could you walk 30 miles in a day? Next one is, your photos will be ready in an hour. Within an hour, within the time period. So in an hour. The building will open in 6 weeks or in 6 weeks time. I mean the building hasn't still opened, but it will be opened in the future, in the near future. And how much time it will take? It will take 6 weeks. So you say the building will open in 6 weeks or in 6 weeks time. Now it's time for another exercise number 3. Here you got to fill up the blanks with the correct in, at, or on. So I'll meet you -10:30 Monday, June 14. What would be there? Fill it up. Right there. At 10:30 on Monday. Good. Next one. We are taking our holidays this July. Fill it up. Right. In July. Very easy, I think. Third. Always finish work early Friday. Right. On Friday. On Friday, I always finish work early. Next. Who knows what the world will be like the year 2040? Who knows what the world will be like? Was the preposition? Right there. In the year 2040. Who knows what the world will be like in the year 2040? Next one is, you don't want anything to go wrong. That's your wedding day. It's a wedding day, your wedding day, and you don't want to go anything wrong. That's your wedding day. What's the answer? Of course, it's a particular day on your wedding day. Let's continue with some more exciting sentences. That's the 19th century. Many children died before they were a year old. Yeah, in the 19th century. Next. We got up dawn and reached the summit noon. Summit here means the peak of the mountain, the top of the mountain. So we give the answer. Of course, it is at dawn, at noon, right there. Next one. At the age of 14, I realized I would never become a brain surgeon. Right there, at the age of 14. Next one is, the birds don't find much to eat in our garden this winter. Good. It's in winter. In winter, in summer, in autumn. Next one. What will you be doing this the holidays? Yeah, right. In the holidays. Oh, well, let's continue with some more practice in the exercise number 3. Say, the year was 1986 dash that time I was working as a teacher. Answer this. Well, students, generally, I told you, you don't use any preposition for time before this, that, these, those, but here you would use at that time, and it's an exception. It's an exceptional case. Whenever you say that time, you say at that time. It's a phrase and it is spoken like that, at that time. The next one. What will you be doing dash New Year's Day? Give the answer. Yeah, right. What you will be doing on New Year's Day, on that particular day, so it is on New Year's Day. Next one. We try to get away dash Christmas time. Well, it is about the duration of the Christmas. So you say at Christmas time, the duration of the Christmas. Next one, I'll see you dash 10 days time. Well, just before this exercise you practiced it. In dash days time. So in 10 days time, in 2 weeks time, in 6 weeks, you know. Number 15, they prepared surprise for me at the office dash my birthday. It is a particular day, of course, on my birthday would be the right answer. Now, exercise number 4, students. You gotta use again at, in, and on in this one. It is for your personal practice. In this exercise, I'm not going to give you the answers. It is for your personal practice. You gotta fill up the sentences, complete them, check for yourself. And for that, pause the video. At the time of exercise, pause the video. And as you solve it, go ahead. The exercise is here. You gotta give the answers. What happened? You gotta say like, what happened dash 1918 dash November 11th dash 5 a.m. For an example, I help you just with the first sentence. What happened in 1918 on November 14th at 5 a.m. Now the rest of the sentences you have to practice yourself. So for that, pause your video here, practice this, go to the next one and practice those sentences too, pausing your video and like that. So the exercise number 4 for your personal practice, pause it here and do the practice. Best of luck to you. Thank you very much. Well, students, I think the practice in, on, and at, the basic prepositions, the starting the prepositions was sufficient for you. Now you can use easily these 3. Students, so it was the use of in, on, and at for time. Now, you must be confident enough how you gotta use that. In the next video, we will discuss these 3 words for place. The place prepositions in, on, and at in the next video. Till then, enjoy your English language. Keep learning English without grammar rules. Now I'll be in your touch constantly. Thank you very much. Best of luck to you. Thank you.